Hi, my name is Gudrun from GE Designs. Welcome to our live show, Tipsy Tuesday. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show, and thank you all for being here. Whether you're watching us on Facebook or YouTube, make sure you're subscribed to our channel on YouTube. And on Facebook, now you have to make sure you both follow and like, and you can always sign up for those notifications and adjust it to whatever works for you. We are live here multiple times a week, and on our Tipsy Tuesday show, we have a giveaway at the end of the show. So you want to stick around, wait for that giveaway question to join in by just answering the question in the comments. And we, of course, love it if you would participate throughout the show, commenting, answering questions, asking questions, and just telling us where you're from, what's your name. Say hello to your friends, everybody. Send us some hearts and thumbs up. We have Mr. KP producing for me today. So welcome, welcome.
Hello, everyone. How are you guys?
So thank you all again for being here on a Tuesday. Tuesday. It's a great day here at GE. We just kicked off something big earlier today, so I'm going to tell you all about it. But it's been a busy weekend. Got a little bit of relaxing in. I hope you did too. Some quilts on the set today. We have behind Mr. KP. We have Helena quilt made from a new bundle, one of our favorites. I love this quilting pattern. It really shows off the quilting, this angle.
I know, I love it too.
Yeah. Do you remember what it's called? The quilting pattern?
Oh, no way.
Bobbing for apples. Yeah, one of my favorites. Behind me, one of my favorite quilts. It's a supersized Amelie out of the Root bundle. And then I have a border up table runner from some Halloween fabric, And I have my strip search quilt top done. Yes, got her done. I said I was going to finish it over the weekend. I got some other stuff done over the weekend. Got a lot of sewing in, a lot of writing in. So staying busy, and I hope you are too. We had a really weird weather week in Minnesota. It felt like the weekend felt like mid-July. We had like mid-80s.
I know. I went to go try to get a summer shandy, and they told me that they only had Oktoberfest.
Oktoberfest. That doesn't make any sense. And it's cooled down today, but it's still kind of warm, being like upper 60s today. And that's not really October 1st weather for us. That's rare. So we just got to enjoy it while we can, right? So as speaking of our giveaway question, last week I asked you what was your favorite fall activity. And so our winner from last week's show is, drum roll, there it is, Trisha Swartz Ranking. Congratulations, Trisha. You won a $25 gift card. Just send us an email to help@gequiltdesigns to claim your reward, and we'll get you that gift card right away via email. Her favorite fall activity is going to the cider mill. That sounds like fun. I don't know. Do we have cider mills around here? Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I know we got a lot of cideries.
I love fresh apple cider. It is really the best. So now that it's officially October, I can start on all of my fall things and drinks and stuff. I actually made some soup. Like, this is soup season finally. It didn't feel like soup season this week, but I still made a full pot of soup. It was delicious. I'll share the recipe. It was a wild rice, but a veggie, like a mushroom wild rice soup. So no chicken, it was vegan. It was delicious. I know you're not much of a veggie eater, Mr. KP.
I'm not much of a soup person, actually.
Oh, you're not a soup person either. Well, you got some growing up to do.
I do. I got time.
I know your mom complains a little bit about you picky eaters that she raised.
I was going to say, she raised us.
Yeah, I know. I know. It's all comes back to that. So just promise you'll be brave in your adulthood to try different things.
I will try new things.
Yeah, try new things. All right, so we're going to kick into our every Tuesday segment, our tip of the day. And today it involves a little bit my quilt here as I was finishing it up. So let's check out my tip of the day. So what has been, for fun, referred to as a victory lap is a stitch that we stitch around the whole edge of our quilt top after our quilt top is finished to secure all of the seams that come out to the edges. This is especially important if you're sending your quilt to a long arm quilter. This ensures that none of those seams that come out to the edge are going to pop open and cause a little gap wherever on your edge that these seams pop open. So what you want to make sure is I sometimes increase my stitch length just a little bit, so maybe to a 3, and I stitch about 1/8 of an inch in from the edge all the way around. It's a fun term because once you have your quilt top finished, you celebrate with that victory lap. Now this is especially important if you are working on a quilt like this one in particular, because these edges are bias edges. As you can see, the strips are cut at an angle. So what I want to do, as soon as I have my blocks done, I make sure I stitch all the way around the edge to secure that these edges are not going to get stretched any further or any at all. And that way, it doesn't matter if I'm sending this to a long arm quilter or if I'm just setting it in my pile to quilt it myself. This is going to secure those edges and the borders around the quilt until I'm ready to quilt it, and no stretching is going to occur or popping seams. Now, if you have a border on your quilt, it's not always necessary to go around the whole quilt, but what I definitely do is find out where those borders would have seams, and I would just stitch over those seams to make sure they don't pop open. Now, what if you're not working with a whole quilt top? Sometimes I like to do that stay stitch, which I wouldn't then refer to it as a victory lap. But what if you're working on a project that is going to take some time? You're working on block of the month programs, or in this case, this is a temperature quilt. Sometimes I like to do a stay stitch, just 1/8 of an inch from each side here, for example, to make sure that all my seams are going to stay secure, especially if I'm handling the blocks a lot. It really makes a difference for next time when you get to your project or when it's time to put it all together. You won't have any popped seams that you're going to need to finish. So there it is. Now some of you know that didn't before what a victory lap is. I think it's a really fun term because once we're done with a quilt, yeah, you take that victory lap to celebrate. Yay, it's done. That quilt top is done. So here is my full strip search quilt. Now, those of you that maybe weren't following me when I started this project, can you put that on the screen? Ah, there it is. I took one of our scrappy strip bags that we sell for really cheap, and I trimmed some strips up down to 2.5 inches, and I had well enough to make a lap size strip search. So this is all kinds of everything. This is very scrappy, all over the place, but I actually think it turned out really awesome. So I don't even know, I didn't count the fabric lines in there, but I'm sure there are at least 30 different fabric lines. It's from all over the place. There's even, I think, 1 or 2 strips that were cut from a 108 wide fabric. Yeah, you can do anything with this pattern, I tell you. It's very, very forgiving and just turns out good every time. And so it was really fun to see some of you that participated and also made a strip search for National Jelly Roll Day, or maybe you did it at another time. Some of you shared, so we thought we would share with you all some of those quilts that our fellow community members made in these past couple of weeks. The wonderful thing about these quilts, look at how awesome they are no matter what fabric line. There's a big one, small ones. It's a really quick one to make as well. Very forgiving because guess what? There are no matching seams. So you can look at some of my tips from previous Tipsy Tuesdays. I had 2 episodes that I talked about the strip search quilt. One to prep your strips, and then the second video I gave you some tips on putting the blocks together. And now, of course, you know how to do a victory lap. So enjoy, everybody. So really awesome quilts. Thank you all for sharing, those of you that made that quilt. Now, if you have any questions on what I was talking about, the stay stitching or the victory lap or any of those things, let me just put it in right in the comments and we will try to answer any questions. Do you see any questions pop up from my tip of the day? Yes, Pamela was saying that she does the victory lap on her domestic machines, and that's exactly right. I do it right on my domestic machine as I finish my last seam, my last pressing on the quilt top. I put it right back, and I do it right away. Because if you wait to do it later, it doesn't get done. I promise. I promise. Happens to me all the time. Okay. Do you use a locking stitch at the beginning of your sewing? You know, I start at the end and stitch way from the edge, and I go all the way around, so when you come around, your seams are going to overlap, so that really locks it in. You could back stitch, just make sure it's not going to bunch up because the fabric is very thin since we're just sewing through one layer. So, but you could definitely back stitch if you wanted to. Anything else? Good questions, everybody. Some of you are still working on their strip search, so there's no timeline, of course. Get them done whenever works out for you, and then make sure to share in our Facebook group if you're on Facebook, and we'd love to share your quilts every time. Serge versus victory lap quilts that won't be quilted for an extended amount of time. Now, if you have a serger, yes, you can serge. The only thing I would advise is make sure that stitch is not too wide, because sometimes if it becomes a 1/4 of an inch or more, it might show after you put your binding on. And you know, it depends on the quilt top as well. So if you have design that like maybe points that come out to the edge, you want to be careful about serging. But I was actually going to talk about serging. The one thing that I actually really enjoy after my quilt has been quilted is to serge those edges before I put the binding on. And that may be something I need to share in a another tip of the day. But I would be careful with a quilt top. You could, but make sure you're not trimming too much off of that quilt. Now for a quilt like strip search, it really wouldn't matter. It really wouldn't matter even if you trimmed a little bit off, because it's so scrappy, and even if there's a little less, you're fine. All right. Okay, so let's move on to our, I wanted to remind everybody about our Stripology Quickies Club. Now, last week, the first video in our Stripology Quickies Club and the Lee Loeb in particular video class went live, the prep video. So that's where I show you, give you some tips on selecting your fabrics, what to keep in mind when picking your background fabric, all the tools that we need, and of course, going through all the cutting to get ready for the actual video class, which has all the sewing, and I take you through all the steps. And that one goes live next week. So Wednesday next week, 10 a.m. in the morning. Central time is when that goes live. So you can, if you didn't want to do the whole club with the 12 video classes, the Lilo individual class is also available just as a standalone. So make sure you snatch that up if you want to make a Lilo with us. So looking forward to seeing some beautiful Lilos. It's been wonderful to see you all share your fabric selection in our Facebook group, Gudrun's Quilt Crew. So keep them coming. I can't wait. You know, I love to see those fabric selections because I start visualizing all those quilts in my head. So keep them coming. All right, so why have we been so crazy busy today? Well, because officially our Cyber Tent Sale is on. Yes, kicked off today officially. And so what is a Cyber Tent Sale? Well, you might not have noticed, but we host every year our Fam Fest and tent sale, which is an in-person event, and we put a big tent out in the parking lot, fill it with some great fabrics and goods, and that are sold for really great prices. And of course, after our first one, we wanted to offer something for our online community. So now, after we gather everything from outside and do our good inventory again. You know, good inventory. It's a lot of stuff and a lot of corners to look into. Now we have it all up and running on the website. So make sure you go check it out. You can find it at the top of our list. You will see top of our website, you'll see on sale button, and there's going to be a banner right in the front page, so you can definitely find that find that tent sale, cyber tent sale. It's our biggest sale of the year, so you will see great discounts on there, lots of variety. Some of them are very limited, so make sure you check out soon and snatch up the things you want. I want to add that the prices that you see, the sale prices, you are getting an extra 5% every day, because if you are shopping on our website, you are automatically a part of our loyalty program, which is 5% back. You're earning 5% points that you can then convert into coupons. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but I thought I would show you some great things that are available in our tent sale. Some of the things that are there, of course, are things that we carry every day. We're just cleaning out some room, making some room for some more new great stuff. So we have, of course, we have some great deals on Minky and Cuddle. So check that out. We have some 1.5 yard cuts. I think this needs to be zoomed out a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Great. So we have some great cuddle cuts. These would make great little blankets for the holidays, for kids, for the holiday gifts or something, for the stocking. Easy to make. Great deals on those. There's some lugs cuddle as well, the thicker cuts. So definitely can snatch 1.5 yards of each and make a quick blanket, or of course a great backing for some smaller quilts. So cuddle. Then we have, of course, bundles. We have bundles of every size and shape. Some holiday bundles. Great, beautiful, high quality fabrics. Smaller bundles. We have, I think, 3 or 4 different Liberty fabrics, which is always a great deal. Some fabrics that we just got in for the tent sale that we had maybe before, but we're able to snatch up just a little bit more. Here's another Liberty package. So check out some of the bundles that we have on the sale. We have some kits as well for really great deals. Diamond Drop Table Runner. We have a Braid Runner kit. Oh, that's the same one. Don't need to show you the same thing twice. Here is a Trivet Table Runner kit. I have a Boardwalk Table Runner. These are from our Fast and Furious Club. Braid Runners. So beautiful fabrics, and even if you don't use it to make that exact table runner, you can always use it for whatever. We have our mystery bundles are all on sale. So either our basic mysteries that are by color, they're always really popular. Here's our greens. And then we also have mystery bundles by theme, so low volume. We have Christmas, we have Halloween, whatever. And then we have our remnant bags. These are always really popular. So this is a pound of fabric, edge-to-edge fabrics. They measure about, like a total's about 1/3 of a yard. No, 3 yards, sorry. Total about 3 yards. So really great deals on our remnant bags. We have some little bundles. I'm making a mess here, but it's a really fun mess, isn't it? There's some little bundles on there. Our little bundles are great for, they substitute kind of a charm pack, but you have actually 21-inch wide fabric, so you can cut it into strips. You can do all kinds of things. And then you have a 1/4 yard cut in there as well. And then our scrappy strips that I talked about earlier. Scrappy strip bags are on sale. And actually an item that we always only have for our tent sale. Yes, we collect our own scraps. So we have Gudrun scraps. These are my scraps, our studio scraps that as we're making samples, and it's all kinds of sizes. Some of them are quite big, but they just either don't measure a fat quarter or a 1/2 yard, or they're not full width, so they end up in scraps. So this is a great deal. This is 2.5 pounds of all kinds of everything. So these are available. So check it out. Come check. I know, isn't that a fun pile? Really fun pile. So I have been looking at them. I'm dangerous when I get into the warehouse. I start thinking that I need this and start taking stuff home, which is not a bad thing. I'll use it eventually.
We can
You
use
don't
more
get that
samples.
urge, do you, Mr. KP? Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I'm getting there.
Yeah, we're going to get you guys sewing here soon. So any questions you have on the Cyber tent sale, let us know. So that is active and ongoing, and will go on for about a week.
Oh, the 9th?
To the 9th, yes. Yes. Well, Monday, I think. No, through Tuesday. I don't remember. What's the 9th? It's the first
The
day.
9th is
Through
Wednesday.
Through Wednesday
Through
next
Wednesday.
week. Yeah, but of course, the good stuff always disappears first, so make sure you, it's all good stuff, though. It's all good stuff. But what I wanted to mention, two things. I'm going to talk about our GE FAM's loyalty program. So our loyalty program, I think a lot of folks are maybe not aware of our loyalty program. If you're new to us or maybe haven't placed an order with us yet, our loyalty program, as soon as you place an order, you already are a part of our loyalty program. You start collecting points. And that is actually either if you shop on our website or maybe you came to our booth at a show. If you signed up for our loyalty program, you already have points. So how you can look up your points on our website, let me pull that up. So there's a little button in the bottom. It's going to be on the bottom right-hand side of your screen. I see that pink arrow there. It just says reward. So you can click on that when you are logged into your account on your website. And to log into the account, you just hit that little person up above that now pink circle, and then you log in with your email and password. And so there you can see how you can accumulate points, how to redeem them, and you can see on mine, I obviously have redeemed one reward at the top. If I click on that, that means I have a $5 off coupon that I can use. Whenever I place an order, that coupon is going to pop up in the cart, and you can just add it, or you can look it up from there. But if you want to learn more about our loyalty program, make sure you go to, we've just added this page on our website. Go to About, Blogs, and More, and then down there it says GE FAM Rewards, and check it out. Read all about it, and so you can learn and start earning. So that means that the prices on the sale, it's really, you can add 5% extra to that. Always comes back. So shipping, we have our shipping policy. We have flat rate shipping, and that was what I was going to talk about next, because many of you maybe don't know about our FAB program, which is called Fill a Box. So this is a program only available in the domestic US. Our Fill a Box program, you can also learn about it in the same area as you learn about our loyalty program. We offer 2 different size FAB boxes. So what this is, you can purchase a Fill-A-Box. So you purchase that, you know, it's not going to obviously have a shipping charge. It's just going to have a flat rate charge. One is a 20-pound and the other one is a 30-pound. So for $22.99, you purchase the box. It'll come up like with your shipping address and everything. And then we will send you a specific FAB number as a FAB customer. So then from there, and we'll give you instructions from there, whenever you place an order on our website, you, instead of choosing your shipping, you will actually choose to pick up in store, a local pickup, but you will enter that FAB box. So we will fulfill your order into your box. And then when it has reached the 20 pounds or 30 pounds, whichever box you have, or it has reached 60 days in our warehouse when we're keeping it for you, we ship it to you. So there, you only pay the one flat fee for shipping, and then you can keep adding to the box until it's full or until the 60 days are up. Or you can always email us and say, hey, I want my box. I'm anxious. I need to get this fabric. So then that's all good. But it really saves a lot on shipping, and it saves a lot on the tolls on our environment, of course. So we love it, and our customers love it. So those of you that have done it and keep doing it, I think most people that have done it once, they just keep a box at all times. Just make sure when you place that order for the first time, when you place that order for that box, do not choose local pickup for that one. We need to have your shipping address for that one. And then you have to wait till you get that number to place your orders. So there's a lot that goes in that box. Yeah, 20 pounds of fabric is a lot. So our bundles, for example, which is 6 pounds, usually if it's a 12-piece half-yard bundle, they weigh about 2.4 pounds. So you can imagine, you can put 8 bundles in a 20-pound box and even more, a lot more in the bigger box. So of course, certain things do not fit in our boxes. Our oversized items like our big rulers, big cutting mats, and bigger lighting things and such. So that will all be noted on there, and we'll have to ship those separately. But I think it's been a big hit for folks. So if you have any questions, do you see any questions pop up?
We got a question.
If we buy FAB today, can we buy from tent sale? And note that we have a FAB. So if you place your order for the FAB now, we're still open. Somebody might be able to get to it, but otherwise you can also place an order in the morning. You will have to, it would just be a lot easier for us if you have a FAB number already, because you just have to place that order for the FAB box first. So ideally, you place the order and wait for your number. I know you're anxious about getting some of this stuff, but check it out, please do. What's an idea how much can go into a 20-pound box? Like I said, 6 yards of fabric is about 2.5 pounds. So 6 yards times 8.
A lot.
That's a lot of fabric. Yeah, that's a lot of fabric. But you know, you can put notions in there, you can put batting in there, you can put cuddle that's going to be bulkier. So it's not always just about the weight, it's also about the size. So once the box is full, we also ship it. So either it reaches the 20 pounds or it's chock full and we can't stuff it anymore, we will ship it to you. So we'll always email you. We always email people too if you're getting close to filling your box. So then you get a little warning, hey, we can maybe fit a few yards of fabric in here. So, and then that's really great. So you have an opportunity to really fill it up. All right. Awesome, awesome. Any other questions? Yeah, I know it's great. And I know you're going to ask me, when will we have a Canadian FAB box? We've been trying to work with our associates and partners on that one, and it's just, as of right now, we can't figure out a way to do it because of the duties and taxes, how to figure all that without just a lot of work on one single order. So, but we're working on it, and our associates know our challenges, and they are also looking to find a solution. So hopefully at some point we will get there. We will get there. All right. Johnny is asking if we have used a FAB box before. When we buy another one, will we get a new number? Yes, most times you get a new number. So unless you are having your box shipped and you just contact us and say you want another box, then sometimes we can use the same number. But we have a lot of rotation going on all the time in our FAB boxes, so it's really hard to lock in the same number for the same customer over a long time, especially if there's a lag between having a box. Okay. Mary says she loves her FAB. I love it. I love it. Lots of you love your FABs. Okay. Definitely Darla's a fan too. So that's lovely. Great to hear. And that idea sparked from all of you. So you always give me ideas that find ways to do better for our customers. All right, are you ready to look at some new fabric? We got some good stuff in. So the Cyber Tent Sale is great and all that, but we got some really good new stuff. I have some new 1 yards from Free Spirit. You probably, if you've been watching me for a while, know about my love for typography fabrics. And Free Spirit came out with a line that is all typography, designed so each print is designed by different Free Spirit designers. So I decided just to purchase some of my favorites to keep in our 1 yards, because I love using those type of low volume fabrics for backgrounds and things like that. So we'll start with one of our favorites, Seth Apter. This one is called Writing on the Wall, stamped white. So they are all black and white prints, all black and white. So this one is very similar to a print that was in his first Live Out Loud line, or no, storyboard. So beautiful words of affirmation: imagine, priority, journey, explorer, storyteller, journal. I love the black and white. I think this is going to be a really fun print to use as a low volume background. So this is the Seth Apter, Writing on the Wall. So available in 1 yards. This is a part of our 1 yard selection. This one is called Writing on the Wall. Oh, this is stamped white. This is called Favorite Things in black. So this one is designed by Rachel Hauer. And the words on here, firefly, acorns, patience, craftsmanship, cozy, feathers. I love the diagonal. I think that's a really fun effect. So that'll be great to use as well. Favorite Things, stamped white. And then we have Imagine. And I love, this is just Imagine More. And this one is by, let's see, SD McLeod's. And so that's a really graphic design. So I think this will be really fun, cut up, and it will just create kind of a abstract effect. And this is the white background. We have a black one, and this one is E-Bond, another favorite of ours. So curious, questions, inspiration, ideas. What if? I love this. This is so fun. I love the different scale of the prints. And I just love her cursive writing. So very cool one. What If in black. And then we have one more. This is Word Collage in white. And I think this is where they took all of them and made a big collage. So has a little bit of a, what's it called, comic book feel, I feel like. But I really love the overall effect of this one. Has a little bit tighter. So this is the collaboration print. So it has all of the different ones from the different designers. So these are all available as 1 yards. And I think they'd be super fun to incorporate into whatever you're working on. Then we have some new 108s. So we have a line called Mirage. We have this dark gray, purple, just a really fun texture, and then a light gray. So I have 3 colors. We have them available in the 3-yard cuts, so it's a 108 by 108, and then we have some of them available in 1-yard cuts, which is 108 by 36. So check those out. And then we have a really cool print that's called Parade Kaleidoscope. So those of you that like fun on your backings, this 108 is really fun. So this is by Wyndham. It's called Parade, and it's Annabelle Wrigley is the designer. So it's like having a 2-sided quilt. Quilt it up, and yeah. Parade in the Kaleidoscope colorway. Those are our new 108s. And beautiful, beautiful. There are some 108s in the Cyber Tent sale, so check that out too. You can get some good deals on our 108s. Just like our cuddles, some of our cuddle colors. And of course, it's always a great time to kind of clear out and make room, because we are headed to Quilt Market here soon in the end of October to look for new stuff. So that's always exciting. But I have a brand new line in as well. And this one has a really interesting vibe. It's called Natural Essence. And look how natural essence-y it is. Natural essence-y. It's my new word. But beautiful, calmer, soft colors with those kind of touches of blue. I'm going to start on this, one of my favorite prints out of the line. I love this. This line is by Figo Fabrics, and I just love their fabrics because they always think a little bit outside of the box. So it's going to be a beautiful assortment. Another blue, this small pebble texture, and it's a 10-piece bundle, so not 12. I wanted to just stick with the integrity of it. Gorgeous, large floral. The designer, her name is Jacqueline Maldonado. We have not had anything from her before, but I'm excited about what she's doing. So going into a little bit, we have that same small pebble print, adding some of the taupey colors in here. This is a really fun print. Reminds me of like when you do the garage floor with the flakes. That's what it reminds me of, but a much cooler way to do it. Much more color coordinated. Another smaller floral, which I love. Really cute flowers. Adding just a little bit of a tealy green in here, and that taupe is going to become a little more golden.
I think that's my favorite fabric.
This one?
Yeah, that one that you just showed.
Yeah. And then we have these weaves. I love this brown tone, bringing in some more of the neutrals. An all over tone-on-tone floral. Really, really pretty. Just subtle. This is so nice. Then we have this kind of abstract modeled print, but it brings all the colors together on that light background. So it just looks really, really nice. And then we have just a hint of that sage green here. Another one of that print, the basket weave. But I just love the tone, that little bit of green. You'll see it here in the other prints. And then finally, we'll have this one that brings in a little more soft pink in here, and that sage green along with that beautiful gold. So this is our natural essence. Isn't that beautiful? I just love this. So as far as our fabric pool, I stayed pretty neutral in our colors. Pulling in colors, this is dry brush silver. It's perfect backing, or like what this color is in the back of that. We have a little bit more taupe here, a little bit creamier. That works well with some of the creamier tones. And then in between, that's a darker taupe. This one is, dry brush in the taupe. This is Bumbleberry's light beige. It really brings out that light brown color. For that pink tone in here, I picked a seedling in the clay. It's perfect tone for that print to throw in there. And if you wanted to add a little bit darker brown to it, the grunge and the maven taupe is a great option too if you want to throw a little bit darker, or even add it as a subtle accent color, subtle focus. For that green tone, I picked the stash check in the sage color. It really works well in here because it has so much white built into it. And then for the blues, I chose the grunge, and the harbor has that soft blue tone that would not overwhelm the softness of the rest of the fabrics. As for a white, I would go pretty white. The base of the whites are pretty white. So this is Dimples in the Snow. Not a pure white, but close. So that's where I would go as far as the whites. And then if I wanted to throw in some focus or a little bit darker, you could always, if you like greens, go a little bit greener, but I would not go too dark. So this one is Bumbleberries in the Wiltshire green, really beautiful green tone. So you can see how it creates that contrast, but it's not gonna really stand out too much. So I think that will be a beautiful option. But if you wanted a harsh focus print, something that really makes a statement and still stay within this colorway, I would go with a dark navy. So this is a suede in the navy. And so you can see the darkest navy points in the prints are going to match this perfectly. But obviously this one is going to make a statement and stand out. So this is Natural Essence. And I know you're going to ask me, what kind of quilt would you make with this? I think where all of these fabrics are just going to get to harmonize together with a focus print would be beautiful. So something in the category of scrappy with focus would be awesome, using either a sharp focus or maybe a softer focus. So I have one of those hanging behind me. It's the supersized Amelie. So you could do Amelie the regular size, which would be fine with this one because the prints aren't that big, but they would also look good in the supersize because some of these are bigger. So that would be a beautiful option. Beautiful option. So Natural Essence, isn't that lovely? Lovely, lovely essence. So one thing I forgot to mention, in our cyber tent sale, in our in-person tent sale here at home, we had a little tent that we put some actual quilts out for sale, so quilt samples. And a lot of you asked, will you have some on the website, some quilt samples? So we did add a few quilt samples. So they're actual quilts, so don't make sure you read the description very clearly and don't mistake it for a fabric kit. We have some great fabric kits. For example, we have a really great one if you wanted to make a quick Christmas quilt for gifts or something for Christmas. These are more than half off, I think. Holiday Happy Place. We have that kit still available. Not a whole lot left, but it's a really easy quilt. Comes with a pattern and everything, so very easy to put together. So that kit is available. Yeah, but I'm talking about actual quilts, so make sure you go look for that on the website. I think we're going to put it on a separate page. We haven't done it yet, but maybe we won't get it done until tomorrow, but make sure you check out my quilt samples if you're interested in that. Or those folks, maybe you know some friends that don't quilt but would love quilts, so you get some great deals. They're priced to sell, so we love it. All right, so Kobe is making some noises. Why are you making noises? He wants to go home and eat, I'm sure. He's always motivated by food.
Somebody's getting hungry.
Yeah, so a couple of days that were off notice today. Today is International Coffee Day. So I thought it would be fitting to have our question of the day, our giveaway question. How do you like your coffee? Now, you might just say, how do you like your coffee? As far away from me as it can be. You might not like coffee at all, so you can just say that. I was not a coffee drinker until very recently. Kobe, how do you like your coffee? Anyways, we discovered espresso, of course, hanging out too much in Europe, and so I love a little, it's just 2 sips of espresso, but that's about it I can do with coffee. Now, espresso martinis are a whole nother thing. And I love a little coffee in my chocolate desserts. That really adds something. How do you like your coffee, Mr. KP?
I like my coffee super, super sweet.
Super sweet. So
Yep.
do you just put milk, no sugar in it? Black with sugar?
No, we got milk, sugar, and caramel, and
all of
whatever I can get my hands on.
Oh, yeah. So it's one of those fancy drinks. So it really is kind of like a milkshake. Or
Yeah, pretty much.
More so that, yeah. Well, I'm sure a lot of you, I don't even know some of the terms of the coffee drinks, but I tasted one. They had like samples at Starbucks I was picking up one time, and I tried it. It was a pumpkin cream cold brew or something like that.
It sounds about like a Starbucks
And it was
drink.
like, I got this much, and it was like, oh, that's not bad, but this much, and I don't think I could have drank more than that, but it was tasty. So let us know in the comments. We will tell you who was the winner, randomly draw from all the comments on our show next week. Our show next week is going to be October 8th at 4 p.m. Central Time, so don't miss it. Our tip of the day is going to be our 10th block of the month of the Stripologized free block of the month. Also, tomorrow morning, 1 Yard Wednesday, Quilting will have a great offering of great 1 yards for a great price. That, of course, play very well with our tent sale, Cyber Tent Sale, and then our Happy Friday show this coming Friday. That's going to be October 4th at 12 noon, so you don't want to miss it. Today is also World Vegetarian Day. So I know it might be too late for you already, but maybe consider being a vegetarian for a day. Have you ever done that? What would you be eating? Potatoes?
Cereal.
Yeah.
That's a great question.
Do you like eggs?
Oh, I could do that.
Yeah, so vegetarian, then you can have eggs, you can have dairy, so you'll be okay, vegetarian.
Yeah. For a day, for sure.
For a day, yeah. Yeah. Try it. Try it. You know, ease into it. Keep trying new things.
I know Otley was telling me that he loves it.
And they're pretty much full on vegan. They do have some dairy here and there and sometimes eggs, but for the most part, yeah. And it's delicious once you start cooking it. Like I said, my wild rice soup was completely vegan because it used coconut milk, and it was delicious. Delicious.
All right.
I'm actually going to go home and test a vegetarian chili recipe tonight, so I'll let you know how it goes. But that's our show for tonight. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening and a wonderful rest of your week. And I will see you Friday. Make sure you check out Colleen in the morning. But thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time.